gonna give in now. I think I'm gonna live this now. I'm gonna be when I'ma kill this stuff real quick. I'ma go take it to town, cause I gotta be that king in their ring when I'm knocking them out when I'm back with the whip. Cause I am just up on the journey, you just know that I'm just going insane.
Warriors, rise. Cryptocurrency under attack. We're going to break that down today. But Warriors, you need to take a deep breath. That's why our Warriors are so calm in the Warrior Academy. Over 5,000 people have gone through the Warrior Academy. 1,400 active Warriors who don't trip by the dip. Diamond hands hold the line. Very important to understand that this is all by design. And an intelligent investor does not panic sell. An intelligent investor understands what they're invested in. A intelligent investor doesn't chase pump and dumps, but has an understanding of what they're invested in. My name is Coach JV. I am the top health, mindset, crypto, and business coach in the world. Remember, what you believe in your heart, you think in your mind, will eventually become your words and become your reality. If you can see it in your mind, eventually you can hold it right here in your hands. What you repeatedly do gets ingrained in your subconscious mind. What gets ingrained in your subconscious mind becomes an unconscious activity. Now we're going to dive right into this, Warriors. It has been a wild ride in the cryptocurrency space. Amazing, amazing, amazing. It's the greatest time in human history. The more FUD that comes out, the more the SEC gets backed in a corner, the more they start throwing haymakers, the sloppier they get. That's when you got your competition. Let me repeat that. The more they start throwing haymakers, and the more consistent and persistent you are with your investments and the longer you hold, the sloppier they get. So when a narcissist like the SEC or human beings get sloppy, you just keep focused on the goal at hand. That's why large investors, smart investors are holding, buying these dips, dollar cost averaging in, putting cash on the sidelines and waiting for a massive pullback, which is coming in my opinion. Okay. So Mark Cuban, SEC regulating crypto will become a nightmare. After Pat Toomey's criticized the SEC, Cuban added, think this is bad? Wait until you see what they come up with for registration of tokens. I'm telling you, Warriors, most cryptos are going to be completely smashed. That's why my Warriors. That's why I show my portfolio. I show my top cryptocurrencies because in the Warrior Academy, because Warriors, most of them are going to get smashed. Some of mine in my portfolio are going to get smashed. I've already made my profits off of those. I jump into some very speculative stuff, but I understand the risk behind it. And I pulled my profits immediately and put them into fundamental long-term cryptocurrencies. So Mark Cuban could not be more right. But look at these guys. They're chomping at the bit. They're loving this, loving this. They're intelligent investors. Okay, so this is Senator Pat Toomey. Yesterday's enforcement action is the perfect example of the SEC having a clear opinion on how and why certain tokens classify as a security. Yet, the SEC failed to disclose their view before launching an enforcement action. So it's like, hey, we know what's going to be a security, what is not going to be a security, but we're not going to notify you. We're just going to start throwing out lawsuits. So this is from July 21st, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. It says, today we announced insider trading charges against former Coinbase product manager, his brother, and his friend for perpetuating a scheme to trade ahead of multiple announcements regarding certain types. Now, this is straight up illegal, right? Insider trading. But here's my understanding on this. They are going to start throwing out lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit, because what's going to happen is this Ripple SEC lawsuit is going to embarrass the SEC. And the more FUD they can create, the more noise they can create. Remember, we're the ones following this in cryptocurrency. There might be 10,000 people that watch this. We're the only ones in our family. Think about this. Go to your family and ask them about Ripple SEC lawsuit. They have no idea what you're talking about. So it seems like it's huge to us because this is our community. But outside of this, nobody's paying attention. And that's an amazing thing. Your job is not to convince your family that they need to get into Ripple. Your job, or XRP, and you can get into Ripple with Link too, but if you're accredited, but that's not your job. Your job is to support your family. Your job is to understand what's going on. You can't convince another human being what to do, okay? So Coinbeast faces SEC probe on crypto listings, shares tumble. Regulators probe whether firm offered unregistered securities. Company has asked watchdogs to clarify digital asset rules. That's all we keep hearing. Clarify the rules. Clarify the rules. You keep throwing out lawsuits, but we don't have clear rules. Now I don't trust Coinbase as far as I can throw them. I think they're part of the banking cartel and they're involved in this, but there's a catalyst going back and forth. They're suing SEC, or they're suing Ripple. They're going after Coinbase. They're going after insider trading. So they're trying to create as much noise as humanly possible. Coinbase put this out on July 25th. Laws from the 1930s could predict crypto. Isn't that wild? Think about that. The 1930s, you had the Howey test with, I think, was 1946, I believe. That's why we filed a petition to the SEC to issue securities rules that work for crypto securities and unlock new markets for U.S. consumers, developers, platforms. Explain. So you can dive into this document where they do the blog. This is pretty cool if you read through it. They're just trying to now the interesting thing is Coinbase has been communicating with the SEC just like Ripple did. So let's take some context in this, okay? So they go after Ripple, they go after Coinbase, they're going after Kraken, okay? All of these, well, I don't want to speak out of school. I'm not sure if Kraken, but Kraken is a cryptocurrency bank, right? So they would have had to communicate with the SEC, I think. Someone much more educated in this could tell me that, but I would assume that if they went through, would that be the CFTC or the OCC? Anyways, Kraken is they're basically a bank, right? So they're communicating with lawmakers. They're communicating with obviously the OCC. That'd be the OCC. So they're going after these people. But what about the Shibas? What about the Dogecoin? So they're letting all these public, all the retail investors just get wrecked. They're letting you get leverage. They're letting you believe in these shit coins that have no value at all. That's what they wanted to happen. That's why our warriors don't get wrecked, because we don't teach that crap. We don't teach pump and dumps. Do we get into them? Absolutely, but it's a small percentage of our portfolio. And it's like going to the casino and throwing down 1,000 on black or red. We know it's a 50-50 chance, probably like a 10%, 90% loss chance, right? But when we win in those, we pull quickly. We don't listen to the public. We sell the rumors, or we sell the news. We buy the rumors, right? We have all these fundamental things that we're working because we're intelligent investors. Okay, so Kraken now, a U.S. crypto exchange, is suspected of violating sanctions. The Treasury Department is investigating whether the crypto exchange allows users in Iran to buy and sell digital tokens, said People's Knowledge of the Matter. Screw you, SEC. Come on, dude. Like, what about you guys? What about you guys going against? Oh, it's so frustrating. Okay, we won't even get into that. Well, one of the biggest messages we keep getting is about our Warrior Academy. So I lightly mentioned it on here, but I'm going to start showing you guys on a daily basis what it's about. So this is the Warrior Academy. So I'm going to put it, it's in the description down below. It'll be in the pinned comment. So in the Warrior Academy, you have my 5 pillars of wealth. I break them down. Cryptocurrency courses, over 130 cryptocurrency courses, 120-day warrior challenge. It takes you through mindset, subconscious mind programming, how I got my shit together personally. We also have a passive income portion where you can earn passive income off of our company and learn how to do our company. Subconscious mind programming. We have different courses in here that you can do, a community. We have events. We have calls every single day. 7 calls per week, right? You have my leadership call on Thursday, generational wealth building call. We work out with you live daily. There's nothing like it in human history. So it's a small investment for the value that they get. It's extremely undervalued. And within about 90 days, we're going to be changing how we do this. It's going to go fully private. Once again, we're going to have an interview process. Then we also have, don't want to mix the two up, we have a free, absolutely free. This is just business, okay? Business coaching group, absolutely free business coaching group with weekly calls, community like no other. We're helping people understand how to scale a 7-figure business in this new quantum space and education space, taking your knowledge, shortening the timeline to success. These will both be pinned in the comments down below, okay? So this is the Warrior Academy. Okay, group of intelligent investors helping each other to the top. And this is a free business coaching group. Okay, so the SEC criticized for how it regulates crypto. Chair Gensler says most crypto tokens have attributes of a security. I mean, it's like, I mean, you look at our I don't want to get into politics, but you look at our cabinet, or you look at our political leaders, right? It's literally a circus. We're literally inside of a circus, and it should piss you off. This is your hard-earned money. Some of you have been working 30, but my average clientele is 35 to about 60 years old, 70 years old, excuse me. And you've worked your ass off, man. I'm 46 years old, right? I'm heading into my late 40s here, and I've worked my ass off. You've worked your ass off. they're literally playing games with your money. They're playing games with your 401k. They're playing games with everything. So it's time to become an intelligent investor. They're doing it so that, they're coming after these people for insider. What is this? Insider trading over here. This one right here. I think it was this one. Anyways, one of these. And it's like, what about you guys? What about Jay Clayton? What about Bill Hinman? What about these guys that are making these big moves and throwing out SEC lawsuits? It's like what is the biblical quote? Like, take the straw to your own eye before you poke someone else's eye. I'm saying it completely incorrect. Like, it's like, take care of your own house, man. Go look in the mirror. Like, what are the things you've been doing in the past? Like, really dive into that. This happens a lot with narcissists. This is narcissistic behavior. It's like, we're just going to start throwing shade, gaslighting. The great thing about it, if you're an intelligent investor, we benefit from this greatly, warriors. That's the key to this. Don't feed into this bullshit. Okay. This is pretty cool. It's only Congress can fix the SEC's mess on crypto. Really good article put out by Todd Tahart on July 26th. Says, when it comes to cryptocurrency regulations, Securities Exchange Commission is an outdated truck to an old trailer impeding traffic on today's digital economy freeway. That is great. Founded by the Securities Exchange Act of 1934 and guided by the Supreme Court Howey test in 1946, Howey decision, which defines financial securities of another era. The SEC is a wreck that has already happened. Only Congress can fix it and must do so quickly before the damage is done. This is our world, warriors. This is what we're operating in. You got freaking one, left hand doesn't know what the right hand's doing. It's an absolute train wreck in the SEC. That is great news for us. That is great news for us intelligent investors. The companies that have real world solve, i.e. Ripple, i.e. XLM, Stellar, i.e. VeChain, I don't know why I'm saying different cryptocurrencies like that we look at these as intelligent investors. We look at the market cap, right? We look at the leadership team. If you're looking at a stock, do they give dividends? How long have they been giving dividends? How long have they been open? If you're looking at a cryptocurrency or any type of investment, who are the board of directors? Where did they come from? If you look at Ripple, it's like the deepest connections out of any company I've ever seen in regards to the financial system and the people who make large decisions within the ecosystem, right? So it's about becoming an intelligent investor, warriors. And you don't have to be some hedge fund, manager. You don't have to be, have a financial advisor, and you just have to understand how this works. You have to know, like, and trust the companies that you're invested in. You have to hold long term. You can't be emotional. You can't trip. When it dips, you hold the line. If you don't have any money to buy in, you just hold. And if you do have money to buy in, you dollar cost average in these volatile markets. And then when you see a massive pullback, when it's red all over the news, when everybody's panic selling, that's when you buy your larger chunks. It's that simple. Right now, I'm just dollar cost averaging in. I'm not putting a bunch of money into the market right now. I'm holding my cryptocurrencies. Okay. And then when it does a massive dip, when it'll be all over the news. Don't worry about it. Your friends at the grocery store, your barber, your nail salon, everybody will be talking about it. Everywhere you go where there's people in the public, the stock market's crashing. That's when you start licking your chops and you start buying larger chunks of the cryptocurrencies or investments that you trust. Could be stocks as well. Okay. So I love you guys. I appreciate you. Comment down below if you like this information. Please send this to a friend. We want to get this information out to as many people as possible. Don't forget to listen to the Good Morning Crypto Show. That is our cryptocurrency research team and one of the best crypto wake up morning shows in the world. The best, not one of the best, the best. Warriors, let's get your shit together. Let's go.